What's new in AI apps? A16z's 5th-gen AI consumer apps report is out, showing how the AI app scene is settling into shape. Google makes a big splash, ChatGPT still leads, but rivals are closing in. But before we dig in, did you know that only 40% of you listening are following across our socials? Come on, guys, if you like the show, hit that follow button and collect our episodes on pods.media. Your support is what keeps the show going.
For XX. Okay, let's unpack this report, which truly gives us a shortcut to being well-informed about the current state of consumer AI. It's packed with surprising facts and crucial insights.
Yeah, it really is. And what's fascinating here is that this isn't just another routine report, It feels more like a real-time, comprehensive pulse check on where AI innovation and consumer demand are actually meeting. It gives us a snapshot of not just where the energy is, but maybe more importantly, the subtle and sometimes not so subtle shifts happening just beneath the surface. Right. So after what feels like, 2.5 years of nonstop intense growth, this A16z's report suggests the AI consumer app market is starting to settle into a more defined shape. That's an interesting phrase.
It is.
What does settling into shape actually look like for us, the users? I mean, what are the key signs of this shift?
Well, it looks like several things, and yeah, many of them point to a maturing ecosystem. On the website, for instance, we're seeing fewer truly new entrants making it onto those top lists.
Fewer new names.
Yeah, this latest report noted only 11 newcomers, which is actually a drop from 17 just a few months back in March 2025. It kind of suggests the low-hanging fruit's been picked, maybe, and the barrier to entry is just getting higher. Okay. Mobile, though, is a bit livelier. 14 fresh faces there. But even on mobile, there's a clear and I think significant trend. The app stores are actively cracking down on those quick fix, sometimes low-quality ChatGPT clones. Right. They're now strongly favoring original, well-developed, and genuinely innovative products. It seems like originality is starting to count for more.
So quality over quantity is starting to win out. That's definitely good news for users. And in this evolving landscape, the report really highlights Google's impressive debut. What does that look like on the ground?
Oh, Google's entry is, well, it's dominant. They've launched 4 entirely new web products. And it's crucial to note, none of them are copycats.
Right, that's important.
It really is. It signals a strategic intent to innovate rather than just replicate, which is, a powerful message to the market. This brings their total to 15 new Google products across the board. It shows a massive coordinated internal push.
15? Wow.
Yeah. And on mobile, their Gemini assistant has just rocketed to the #2 spot in terms of monthly active users, MAUs. Especially strong on Android devices, obviously, where its integration offers a pretty seamless user experience.
MAUs, yeah. Monthly active users, that's the key engagement metric. But Google isn't the only one making waves here. X's Grok also made an explosive appearance.
Absolutely. X's Grok really shows what rapid iteration can achieve. I mean, it went from basically 0 app users at the end of 2024 to a staggering 20 million MAUs by mid-2025.
20 million, just like that.
Just like that. It was supercharged by the release of Grok 4, which introduced more advanced reasoning and some innovative avatar features that seem to really resonate with users looking for more personalized AI interactions.
Interesting.
But on the flip side, not every tech giant has had it easy. Meta's AI assistant, for example, has had a pretty rocky start.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Which just underscores how brutal and competitive this space has become. You really need to deliver real value and fast, or you risk being left behind. It's tough out there.
That's a lot of significant movement and just so fast. It makes you wonder, with things changing practically by the hour, how does a report like this even begin to accurately measure these shifts and give us reliable data?
That's a super important question, right? And the report relies on a pretty robust methodology to cut through the noise. For web product rankings, they use unique monthly visits, pulling data from sources like SimilarWeb.
Okay, standard stuff.
Yeah, pretty standard. Gives a clear picture of user reach and interest. For mobile apps, it's all about those monthly active users, MAUs, which they source from Sensor Tower, also standard.
Right.
But here's the crucial filter, the thing that makes this report so insightful, I think. They only count AI native products.
Ah, okay. Explain that.
So while applications like Canva or Notion have integrated some fantastic AI features, they're excluded from this specific ranking because they weren't originally built as AI-first platform.
I see. So no retrofitted AI counts.
Exactly. This ensures we're focusing purely on products where AI is really at their core, driving their primary function. It gives a much clearer signal about dedicated AI adoption.
That makes sense. A very clear lens, then. And through that lens, Google clearly stands out. The report gives a fascinating glimpse into their internal pipeline. What are they cooking up beyond just the Gemini assistant we all hear so much about.
Yeah, Google's pipeline is truly impressive. It goes way beyond just Gemini, the assistant. Think of it as like a multi-pronged attack on various aspects of AI interaction.
Okay.
So they have AI Studio, which is essentially a powerful sandbox environment for developers. They can experiment, build, deploy their own AI apps using Google's models there.
Right, for the builders.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then there's Notebook LM, which has seen steady growth after it went viral for a bit, and a really powerful research and note-taking tool that can summarize your documents, answer questions based on your own sources. Pretty handy. And Google Labs is just this hotbed of various experiments. They're constantly pushing boundaries with new video tech, avatar tech, showcasing their ambitious multimodal capabilities.
Multimodal meaning text, image, video, audio.
All of it, seamlessly processing and creating across different formats. And this overall battle for dominance, whether it's Google or others, it really focuses on delivering better reasoning, more advanced multimodal features, and ultimately a more seamless integrated experience for you, the user, across all your digital stuff.
It's clear this isn't just a story about big tech companies duking it out. For us, the users, it feels like these shifts are going to profoundly change how we interact with technology every day, how we find info, how we create stuff. What's your take on the most significant, tangible implications for the average person?
You've absolutely hit the core of it. This report is a critical barometer for where consumer demand and innovation are truly meeting, showing us not just what's possible, but what people are actually using and valuing right now.
Right.
And what's particularly striking, I think, is China's growing influence. Their homegrown AI apps are just dominating local traffic within China. And despite significant hurdles, censorship, licensing requirements, all that.
Yeah, big hurdles.
Huge hurdles. But they're increasingly exporting globally. This means you might soon be interacting with more Chinese-developed AI apps, maybe without even realizing it.
Interesting. And what else?
Well, we're also seeing that mobile shakeout we talked about. Quality and originality are clearly winning over those quick fix clones.
Which is good news.
Definitely good news for users. Better, more robust, more reliable apps. And then there's this really exciting kind of emerging trend called vibecoding.
Vibecoding. Okay, that sounds like something straight out of sci-fi. Tell me more. What does that even mean?
Yeah. Sounds a bit out there, doesn't it? But vibecoding is essentially the trend of everyday users, so not traditional software developers, building AI-powered applications without needing deep traditional coding skills.
Like drag and drop AI?
Sort of, yeah. Think of it as empowering creators with intuitive, often visual interfaces to bring their AI ideas to life. So, for example, you might vibe code an AI that analyzes your garden photos to identify pests.
Okay, I could use that.
Right. Or one that compiles personalized travel itineraries based on your budget and preferences, all without writing a line of Python or Java.
Wow.
And the early data shows that these users, these vibe coders, tend to stick around longer and actually spend more money over time on these platforms.
Really? They're more engaged.
Seems so. Which raises a really important question, I think. Could we all be vibe coders soon? Building our own custom AI tools for our specific needs. It's essentially democratizing AI creation.
That is a powerful concept. Reshapes who gets to be an innovator.
Totally.
That idea of empowering casual creators, it really makes you pause. We might be entering an era where anyone with a problem can just build a custom AI solution.
Yeah.
Okay, let's shift gears slightly. Let's talk players. Who are the heavy hitters and the new contenders we should really be watching in this AI arms race?
Right, the roster. Well, the landscape is definitely consolidating around some major players. You've got what the report calls the big four AI assistants leading the charge. Google with Gemini, OpenAI with ChatGPT, X with Grok, and Meta with its assistant.
The usual suspects, mostly.
Pretty much, yeah. The general purpose powerhouses. Then we absolutely cannot ignore China's heavy hitters, like Alibaba, ByteDance, and moonshotai. They're formidable forces, not just at home, but increasingly on the global stage.
Okay. Who else?
Other significant players, definitely Anthropic, known for its Claude models, which really prioritize safety and responsible AI. Perplexity is another one, a rapidly growing AI assistant that's great as an answer engine, always trying to provide sources.
Yeah, I like Perplexity for that.
Me too. And of course, DeepMind, which is kind of intertwined with Google's innovations, pushing the basic research boundaries, in the rising stars bucket, especially for those vibe coding platforms we mentioned.
Right, the enablers.
Exactly. We're seeing companies like Lovable, Replit, and Bolt challenging the norms and building solid user bases by empowering more casual creators.
Yeah.
And finally, the visual and audio AI space is just buzzing. Midjourney and Leonardo for images.
Stunning images.
Absolutely stunning. Veed for AI-powered video editing, and 11 Labs for that incredibly realistic voice AI. It's a really diverse field.
You mentioned China's influence earlier, but I want to circle back and dive a bit deeper. What's the real tangible impact we're seeing from their players beyond just sheer numbers? Is their approach fundamentally different?
It's impossible to ignore, yeah. And it's a really significant, distinctive part of the global AI story. On the website, 3 companies with mostly Chinese traffic actually made it into the top 20 globally.
3 in the top 20.
Yep, Alibaba's Quark at number 9, ByteDance's Dubao at number 12, and Moonshot AI's Kimi at number 17. That's a huge showing against global competition.
Yeah.
But it's on mobile where they really dominate.
How so?
22 of the top 50 mobile apps globally hail from China.
Wow, nearly half.
Almost half. Heavily concentrated in areas like photo and video editing. Think of Meitu's suite of beauty and editing apps, or ByteDance's just diverse array of AI-powered tools.
And why is that? What's driving their dominance there?
Well, it's multifaceted. First, China has a vast domestic market, right? A massive user base for rapid iteration and growth. This lets companies refine their AI models with just immense amounts of data.
Makes sense. Data is fuel.
Exactly. And historically, at least, there have been fewer restrictions on training models on copyrighted content compared to the West. That allowed for faster and broader development in certain areas, though obviously operating under different regulatory frameworks.
Okay, that context is helpful. Now, this rapid evolution, it sounds incredibly exciting, but it surely can't be all smooth sailing. What are the major hurdles AI innovation is facing right now that the report brings up?
No, definitely not all smooth sailing. There's several pretty significant hurdles, and they impact everyone from developers to us users. First, those App Store crackdowns we mentioned.
Right, the quality control.
While it's good for quality, limiting the junk apps, it can also shake up the ecosystem. It makes it potentially harder for genuine new entrants to stand out or even get discovered sometimes.
A double-edged sword.
Kind of, yeah. Then there's China's regulatory labyrinth. It seems to be imposing increasing demands on AI innovation, strict licensing, data hosting rules, content control requirements. That adds immense complexity and cost for developers working there.
Bureaucracy strikes again.
Always. And user trust is also incredibly fragile. You just need one incident, like Meta's recent public feed mishap.
Oh yeah, that was bad.
Really bad. Their AI assistant wasn't just inaccurate, it generated inappropriate or weirdly off-topic stuff in public feeds. That sparked immediate user backlash, a big drop in confidence. That kind of thing can quickly erode public trust in AI generally.
Undermines the whole effort.
Precisely. And finally, just the brutal competition among the main AI assistants, maintaining consistent quality, ensuring user privacy, preventing those hallucination incidents.
Where the AI just makes stuff up.
Exactly, where it confidently generates false or nonsensical info. Avoiding that is absolutely crucial for long-term success. It's this constant tightrope walk between pushing innovation and maintaining responsibility.
Those are some serious challenges to navigate for sure. So looking ahead, given all these trends and hurdles, what can we realistically expect to see play out in, say, the next 12 to 18 months? What's the forecast based on this report?
Well, based on what we're seeing, I'd expect the battle between Google and ChatGPT for supremacy to just intensify dramatically.
The main event.
Absolutely. They'll be locked in an arms race, new features, deeper integrations into their existing ecosystems, trying to build out these comprehensive platforms to lock users in and just expand their reach.
Makes sense.
We're also going to see China's AI apps continue to scale internationally. They'll keep pushing past those regulatory hurdles, growing their global footprint. They'll become even more visible to users outside China, sometimes subtly embedded in popular apps you already use.
So more global competition.
Definitely. And that vibe coding trend, while it's still early days, it has genuine potential to redefine how average users build and deploy AI applications. It's happening outside traditional development cycles, empowering this whole new class of creators.
The democratization continues.
Exactly. So, while the market is clearly maturing, settling down in some ways, innovation and disruption are absolutely going to remain front and center. Expect continuous surprises, I think.
Okay, so to really boil this all down, what's the ultimate takeaway? The core message we should walk away with from this deep dive into the A16z's report?
The bros take, if you will.
Yeah.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, the report really proves that AI consumer apps have leveled up fast. We're past the pure hype cycle now.
Real products, real value.
Real products delivering tangible value. Google's strong entry with Gemini and AI Studio isn't just a market entry. It's a serious ecosystem-wide challenge to ChatGPT's reign. It's igniting fierce competition right at the top.
Game on.
Totally. And vibe coding signals this fresh, accessible frontier where creators, maybe even you listening, are shaping the AI tools themselves, not just passively consuming them. Ultimately, the race to dominate AI consumer adoption is heating up significantly. 2025 is looking like a truly pivotal year to watch.
This has been an incredible deep dive into the AI consumer app landscape. It's really clear that 2025 is shaping up to be a defining year, not just for the tech giants, but for how we, the users, will create and interact with AI. It's a powerful testament to the accelerating pace. What stands out most to you from our discussion today?
For me, it really comes back to that empowerment idea, and maybe this raises an important question for you, the listener, to ponder. As these AI tools become more accessible, through things like vibe coding and just more integrated into our daily lives, how might this shift your own relationship with technology? Are you moving from being primarily a consumer to potentially a creator? Maybe building your own AI-powered solutions to your everyday problems. The future of AI might be less about what you buy and much more about what you build.
Exactly. Definitely something to mull over until our next deep dive. Thanks for tuning in.